The streets of New York. Coming to you from the car of Rich Zucker.
Howdy, folks.
He's like, leave me alone, I'm watching the road. I'm trying to drive. We're on our way out to Jersey for a little recording session with Hey Jude, H-A-Y Jude, our country rockabilly Beatles band, recording vocals. So, but it is December 8th, 2010, and media and the internet is abuzz with the anniversary of the death of John Lennon 30 years ago today. So I thought it would be appropriate for me to do a quick Beatles Remasters review, but this time do a solo project. The first review of a solo project. As many of you know, the Lennon catalog was re-released this year to commemorate his...
right on Hudson Street.
Shut up! To commemorate his 70th birthday, which is a much more appropriate thing to mark, if you ask me. But in any case, his entire solo catalog remastered, repackaged, and they're all available in a big, gigantic box set or individually. I took it upon myself to not wait until Christmas to put it on my list, and I went ahead and downloaded from iTunes the Double Fantasy Stripped Down album. I think that's what it's called. Stripped or Stripped Down. I'm not sure. Hang on a second.
Recalculating.
Yeah, here it is. Double Fantasy Stripped Down.
Continue 0.2 miles.
And
then turn right on West Street.
Shut up. Basically, what they did was they remastered the Double Fantasy album, but then they did a remix where they basically took out everything except John's voice and the rhythm section. Andy Newmark on drums, Earl Slick, Hugh McCracken on guitars, Tony Levin on bass, a few keyboards here and there, but for the most part, they took away a lot of the polish and the sort of 80s slickness that made Double Fantasy sort of a difficult album to enjoy. It was a difficult album to enjoy anyway, because, you know, most of us kind of heard it for the first time, you know, during that first, you know, week after he died, when it was like constant media coverage about his death. I mean, I was 8 years old in 1980, and you know, for a long time I couldn't hear, you know, Starting Over or Woman or any of those songs without thinking of that, you know, terrible week, you know. So it was a very difficult album to enjoy, difficult album to evaluate objectively, and even when you tried to, it was just so slick and kind of overproduced. You know, it's a fine record, great songs and everything, but it's just not.
Turn right on West Street.
You know, Lennon's records were never slick. You know, Imagine was not a slick record. Walls and Bridges, I guess Walls and Bridges was kind of slick for its time, but you know, it was just always kind of like, yeah, okay. But the new mix is just, I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. It's just out of this world. They've managed to retain the warmth and the punchiness of the analog tape. Even though, I mean, I've listened with headphones a bunch of times, and you can definitely hear the tape hiss, but that's okay. Just the dry rhythm section tracks with Lennon's voice, like, you know, he would always double track his lead vocals, and here it's just like one voice. Lennon, dry, up front, in your face, and it just breathes new life into all those songs. Cleanup Time is just like astounding. Just what? What's going on? Get the sun out of the lens. Ah! Okay, that's better. Lady, shut up.
Recalculating.
Recalculating. Is that the way you're gonna go?
Drive 500 feet. then turn left on Warren Street.
Oh my God.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, it's like the Holland Tunnel. It's impossible to miss. Like, I don't need you to tell me how to get to the Holland Tunnel.
Sometimes these things just go squirrely.
I know.
You know, which it's going to continue to do for the next...
Give it another couple of years and it'll start going, you know, is that the route you're taking?
Right, I know. Like,
okay,
really?
all right. You could pull over and ask directions, but whatever. We'll go your way, you know. So, in any case, Double Fantasy, stripped down. Go get it. Put on some headphones. Crank it. It really makes this album. It gives it just a whole new life.
Turn right on
and you know, the tracks seem to breathe. They're dry. They're punchy. The guitars are really crisp. Earl Slick, man. I mean, he's doing some great stuff. Really raw and raunchy.
Right,
you know, the way I think these songs need to be heard. I mean, it just really will make you hear these songs in a whole new way. Woman is just gorgeous. I mean, Woman was always, to me, very, like, overproduced and polished and kind of like, you know, it's a fine song. It just, you know, anytime that record would come on the radio, there was always that, thing. Here, it's just a gorgeous tune, because it's just like his acoustic, his voice, and the rhythm section. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very much worth picking up as soon as you can. I don't know how the rest of the remasters sound, because I haven't gotten them yet, but I can tell you, Double Fantasy stripped down, the remix, the 2010 remix, way to go. Awesome. So that's that, and now we're going to get in the tunnel, which means no light, so enjoy.